If we had the time. In 2006, in 1994, in 2000, I ran for Secretary of State, County Recorder. I have 44 election laws I challenged all the way to the Ninth Circuit. I know how broke the system is. They made it illegal for you to ever compare the paper with what the computer said. They go to Mr. Hancock, do you think there's election fraud? Yeah, I got proof. They made it illegal for you to find it. How much proof do you need? So we made a big, giant, still voting campaign, and the signs, the voting was a big V for vendetta. Still voting? The reason was because we understood what was coming. They found a big, giant election fraud in 2004. We got a law passed. I ran for Secretary of State in 2006. Now we have manual validation in Arizona because I challenged the way voting was being done. So put that to rest. The main thing is that I don't advocate that voting is going to make you free. If you think voting is going to make you free, you have not been paying attention. It's registering libertarian. It's being libertarian. It's voting with your opinion, with signs, being out there, running for office. I've run in every election since 1990. I've run for Congress 3 times. U.S. Senate against John McCain in 2004. I've run for state legislature, Secretary of State. I run for office. They know me. And I average 8%, okay, in statewide races. So this is, I wish we had time, but I'm telling you, the main thing that I want to get across is David's problem that he's having here is a direct result of us not telling the truth, not being afraid of these people. You want to look in the cover of his book, all these guys that are protesting? I'm the one with the signs on the other side supporting freedom. I've been doing this for 22 years, and it's what the LP is missing.
Ernie, we'll start with you on this and go the other way. This is a stock question, apparently.
I'm going to stand if you don't mind, because I can't see you back there.
This is a standard question here, which probably you got in your cram session last time. What is the purpose of government from a libertarian perspective?
To defend individual rights. I have a radio talk show. It's called Declare Your Independence with Ernest Hancock. I just added my 3rd network. I'm on 7 states now. Just added New Mexico and just added a 3rd network. We're growing. This whole libertarian thing is exploding. I started a 13-week contract in February of 2003 because a bunch of libertarians that had money wanted me, when I sold my restaurant, to get on the air and explain libertarianism from a libertarian perspective, not a Republican, not a Democrat, not the media, as we were getting ready to go into war. And I go, absolutely, let's do it. After the 13 weeks, and we did a whole bunch of different issues, 2 hours one day on Social Security, 2 hours on war, 2 hours on whatever. Morning show, drive. What happened is it got so popular, they actually started paying me. Oh, cool, I can do that, you know? So it just got, I was 2 years on Air America affiliate as their hardcore, no compromise token libertarian. How the heck did that happen? So I know all these guys on the left. I know the guys on the right. And I'm telling you, they respect one thing, truth. The youth, they do not like one thing more than anything else, hypocrisy. If you say one thing and do something else, they're going to. So why do I call my show Declare Your Independence with Ernest Hancock? Because the Declaration of Independence didn't say what kind of government we were going to have. They didn't say it was going to be a democracy or a republic or any of this stuff. They made it very clear. This is how you recognize a bad government. When they are not defending individual rights, it is your right, it's your duty to alter or abolish. And the one part that I liked about the Libertarian Party more than anything else is that we announced from the very beginning, our statement of principles, we challenge the cult of the independent state, which is the adoration, the worship of, the what? An all-powerful, all-knowing government. Sound familiar?
When the King of England asked John Locke, he said, you know, the people are restless, what can I do? Well, John Locke told him, you know, you need to protect people's life, liberty, and property. Well, that went on to make it into the Declaration of Independence. But that's what I believe the government should do. When I heard that I really wasn't particularly super involved in politics, but when I heard that I was a member of the Libertarian Party, but when I heard that our mayor was going to build a hotel in downtown Dallas, that was it for me. That's when I said, you know what, I'm in politics now. You know, I'm going down there and I'm going, and we did activism, out the yin-yang in order to stop them, because that is not the role of government. It is not the government's role to build hotels. It's not the government's role to be involved in insurance. It's not the government's role to be involved in healthcare. These are not the role of government. The government should exist to protect our rights, and that is all that the government should do. As many things as they say they're trying to protect, Ayn Rand had it best when she said that you cannot pretend to protect the rights of any minority without protecting the rights of the smallest minority of all, and that is the individual.
We're all standing now. As far as I'm concerned, from a libertarian perspective, the purpose of government is very simple. It's to ensure that people keep their hands to themselves and mind their own business, period. To protect our borders, to defend ourselves against invasion, to enforce contracts, and otherwise to have a very, very limited and small footprint. I think the government has too large a footprint in too many areas, not just in the economic realm, but in the realm of our personal lives. And that's why I'm a libertarian, and that's why I am running with George.
I don't think I need the mic. I think you can all hear me. You know, I'm a member of the AARP, Americans Against Rotten Politicians. And the solution to that is another organization I just founded called VETO. Vote every one of them out. Every single one of them, Republican or Democrat. When I'm asked the role of government, I like to tell stories. Here's the deal, ladies and gentlemen. The American people like stories. They don't like facts, unfortunately. So I tell a story that explains everything you need to know about government. I come from the great state of Nevada, the most libertarian state in America. No income taxes, no business taxes, no capital gains taxes, no death taxes, 16th lowest property tax in America, and how about this one? The state constitution bans taxes and welcomes guns in the hands of law-abiding citizens. We also limit the time politicians can serve in office. Our legislature only meets 4 months every 2 years. That's something the American public can get their hands around. When you wonder why our taxes are the lowest in the United States of America and personal freedom in Nevada the highest in America, it's because our politicians can't meet. So if you want to change America, let's limit Congress to 4 months every 2 years. So let me tell you the story that defines government. The Mustang Ranch. We have legal brothels in the state of Nevada. And it made over $100 million, the most successful brothel in history. And then the owner cheated on his taxes, was indicted, and ran. And guess what happened? The government is so greedy. The U.S. government, rather than close it, took it over and ran it. And in 1 year, it went bankrupt. Ladies and gentlemen, I say it on shows all over America, on Fox News, on CNBC. If you can't make money running a brothel, keep your hands off my health care.
Okay, we're going to start with Wayne again and come back the other way. We got several questions on this issue. Basically, the idea is that a journey of 1,000 miles starts with filling your gas tank. And the fuel that runs political parties is money. So, we ask you gentlemen, two things. What are your fundraising goals for your 10-year national, and how do you hope to achieve them? A real plan.
Well, goals are my life, and that was why I started to talk about my daughter Dakota, who gave my speech at the Libertarian Convention, now accepted at Harvard. I never finished that story, accepted as a homeschool kid at Harvard, Stanford, Duke, Columbia, Penn, Brown, Chicago, Northwestern, Cal Berkeley, shall I go on? 13 for 13 of arguably the 13 best schools in the United States of America. You know how that happened? Her dad was her CEO as a homeschool dad. I planned out and plotted out her life, her goals. I taught her to be relentless. I taught her to be patient. I taught her to fight. I taught her to be disciplined. I taught her to sacrifice. Every one of those things is exactly the game plan for this Libertarian Party. Our problem has been we don't understand sales, marketing, branding, or promotion, and we're not relentless enough. The key to life is when you get knocked down, you get back